It's the American dream, owning your own home.
There it is.
I love it.
But what happens when you decide your dream home is only 400 square feet or less?
Do you want ladder or stairs?
It's the latest craze in the housing market.
It's pretty good size. This is amazing.
Shrinking Home Sweet Home into a one-room fits-all.
Everything has to have multiple purposes.
Giving up high maintenance and the fat mortgage for simplicity and adventure.
It's working! Oh, look at that's so cute.
That's too tiny.
Do you think you have what it takes to live in a tiny house? This 1930s bungalow is home to 6 occupants.
Hi.
Girlfriend and boyfriend, Mary and Trevor,
You're so sassy, aren't you?
and 4 persnickety roommates.
I don't know how this new house is going to affect them at all.
We'll see.
Mary and Trevor and their moody brood
Okay.
are trading in this 1,200 square foot bungalow for a tiny house that will allow them to live debt-free.
We found the tiny house movement, and it's a more eco-friendly way to live. It's cheaper.
There's so much stuff that we want to do, and we're just like, we don't have enough money for this. And by downsizing and just having this smaller space, we're able to do the things that we really love to do.
Mary is an Air Force vet, studying to be an animal vet. Trevor works in the bike business.
I think bikes are the only thing that we aren't downsizing, and we... Never.
Trevor already has a plan for his prized bikes.
The plan is to convert a shipping container into a garage.
Appeasing cats is a tougher problem.
All 4 of them don't really get along that well at all. And it's like all-out war.
Trevor looked at tiny houses for 5 years before committing.
When we saw it, that was it. That's the one. It has wide open space and tall ceilings, plenty of storage.
Full-size kitchen.
It seemed like a full-size house shrunk down.
Their tiny house will be 28 feet long, 8.8 feet wide, with about 344 square feet. That's 86 square feet per cat. Trevor and Mary have set aside $30,000 for their build. They hope they and the cats can move in within 6 months.
On one side of the tiny house will be a cat bridge, and then we're going to place some strategic beds in different places where we think they'll be comfortable.
We hope it works well for them.
Hi! It's cold.
Trevor and Mary are building their tiny house at his parents' 5-acre animal sanctuary outside of Dayton.
We have an indoor horse arena that we've taken over half of it for the building of this trailer.
Gary and Barb Gay are offering the kids a sweet deal to stretch their budget.
Trevor and Mary have agreed that for staying here, they would trade off their rent for labor, which we so need. We have horses. We have a big pig that was just brought in recently. Lots of geese. And we have a goat, cats, dogs, 2 monkeys. There might be something under the couch, I'm not sure.
We essentially become farmhands.
Yeah, I think it's a pretty fun trade.
The family begins their tiny house build in the middle of a snap so cold, even the animals are wearing coats.
We're extremely lucky to be building indoors, as outside the temperatures are ranging from 5 to 12 degrees.
It's not a problem building a tiny house in a barn. The trick will be getting the tiny house out of the barn.
The legal height is 13.6, and right now at the build we're about 13.7. So we're really hoping that the trailer settles after all the weight's in it and it kind of compresses down on the trailer a bit. Yeah, we're hoping.
I believe I've got a way to overcome it. If not, we'll just dig out the bottom of the barn to get it out.
No, we won't.
They're weeks away from that headache. Today is when their tiny house will begin to feel like home.
Awesome.
You realize that today we get to find out how big the loft is? That's huge. We've been waiting for that for a long time. I can't wait.
We're going to have Mary using a nail gun today, so she'll have fun with that.
Mary the nail gun, huh?
Yep.
I'm definitely wearing my safety glasses.
Too big to fit. Some of these pieces, I'm trying to fit and figure out where exactly they go. But some of them are a little too short, or some of them are a little too long.
Measure for accuracy.
That looks a little off.
They are off.
They're all different.
It's gonna be perfect.
Hey, Studley Dudley.
Come into my tiny house.
What's the big deal?
So see that?
That's so that when I walk in the kitchen, it's taller at the beginning.
Oh, is that?
Yeah. All right. 1/16 of an inch off. Special delivery. Correctly cut wood. Ladies first.
Okay. Wow.
I think this is bigger than I
I
expected.
know, this is huge.
Yeah.
I think this was the first time that I felt like this house was real.
This is our house.
I know.
With the loft built, Trevor and Mary are right on schedule. They'll soon find out if they've built their house too tall to escape the barn.
Down, 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 down.
I don't like the way it's leaning.
Can't wait for this to be over.
Trevor Gay and Mary Benasuti are building their tiny house in an unusual location.
With something to drink? Want a little water?
Trevor's parents' 5-acre wildlife refuge in Dayton, Ohio.
Good girl.
Minus the occasional 4-footed intruder, their tiny house build is moving along smoothly. After careful measuring and cutting,
Yep.
Trevor and his dad Gary are finally ready to install the interior walls.
Okay, well, let's cut those. Yeah.
Meanwhile, Mary and Barb are getting in touch with their furry side. They're building a cat bridge for the couple's 4 felines.
We really wanted something fun and unique for the cats to walk across and just to make them more comfortable in such a tiny space.
The idea is similar to an old-fashioned footbridge. Steel wires are threaded through the wood planks, and a rope railing will keep the kitties from falling off.
We're going to take this twine and we'll wrap it around the pieces of wood. And just starting at the end, start wrapping each piece of wire. It is really unique. I don't think most people moving into a tiny house have 4 cats. So we really had to brainstorm up things and figure out ways to interact and put things in there for them.
3 tedious hours later, the bridge is ready for its first pawed pedestrian.
Hey, Barb.
Yeah,
Will you bring an animal or a cat, just not a pig?
just not pig.
Yeah, let's test this out.
Okay, Mr. Rogers.
Yay, okay.
Guess what? Look,
Okay.
Mr. Rogers, look
Cross your
here.
fingers and see
Look,
how it goes.
there's treats right there. Okay, you have to walk.
Go on.
Look at you.
Wow.
Hey, Mr. Rogers.
He
So it'll
said
take
I'm-
a little time to get used to it.
I'm hoping that our cats like it a little more than he does. I think they'll love it in the end. I hope. What are you doing?
Checking out our new toilet.
Really?
Yeah, it's a waterless composting toilet. When you sit down, this opens a trap door here,
Uh-huh.
and the solids go here, and liquids go in the front. And that basically means that it contains the solids in a bucket,
Yeah.
and every once a month, we just take the bucket out and we switch it with a new bucket, and then you.
So you'll be doing that.
Yeah, I kind of assumed that. A whole new way of living.
With the inside underway, Trevor and Mary start focusing their attention on the tiny house's exterior.
Today, we get to play with fire, and I couldn't be more excited.
Okay.
They're treating their outdoor siding using a Japanese process called shosugi-ban. A blowtorch chars the wood, making it less susceptible to fire and rot.
I've never used a blowtorch before. And so this is going to be a learning experience for me. Okay?
There it is. Does that scare you? Hold it straight over top. What do you think? Kinda, sorta, a lot. There you go. Good job.
That was exciting.
Yeah, it was. Now we just have to do it a few hundred more times.
I know.
After a long couple of days getting the siding in place, the house is almost ready for the roofers.
So we have to move the house out today because we got the roofers coming and they're going to put on the metal roof sometime in the next couple of days. And it's just too close up there in the rafters for them to work. The house right now is about 13'6", and the rafters are in the barn are 14 feet. So it gives us just a little bit of wiggle room there.
In order to help the house fit out of the barn door, Dad is clearing away a few inches of the sand floor. Trevor is removing the hanging light fixtures from the ceiling.
We rented a 25,000-pound lull, and we hope that's going to do the job of pulling the tiny house out.
Okay, I got the weight on the trailer.
House, we estimate to weigh around 10,000 pounds. The lull weighs 25,000. I hope that it wins. Here we go.
All right, let's see what happens.
All these emotions are flowing, like excited, nervous. Can't wait to see it outside of where it's going to be, and I think I'm feeling everything right now.
Maneuvering the tiny house around inside the barn is a game of angles and inches.
Nope, you still missed it by like a quarter inch this way. We're on the frame right now. The ball's sitting on the edge. Yep.
And keeping it level so it doesn't scrape the rafters.
What's up? Hold up, hold up, hold up. Whoop, whoop, whoop. Hang on. And when we come out of the back of the barn and we drop down the hill, the back of the trailer and the house are going to want to spike up. So we need spotters all throughout the barn just to make sure that the side's clear and the top's clear and we're coming out straight.
Now's when it gets real.
I think it's been pretty damn real the whole time. Up. Up. More. Down, 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 down. Sorry. Can't wait for this to be over. You're about to hit the drop.
I don't like the way it's leaning.
Whoa!
Trevor and his dad are working with a 25,000-pound forklift to pull the tiny house out of the barn. But things are getting a little shaky.
I don't like the way it's leaning.
Whoa! Wow, that's real close to the side. Yeah, you're up on that embankment. Coming out the back of the door was a little bit tricky just because it's kind of a ledge of dirt. And two of the wheels got up on there and the house started leaning. We got a little scared. We got close to the edge wall and it was just pretty particular using that forklift just back and forth. We just had to finagle things around. We're past the light. You look good.
We should be out.
You're out. But we made it through and it was all good. This is awesome. So the final location for the house will be about 200 feet behind the barn in this beautiful, serene setting. We back up to a state park and a cornfield, so we got this really cool view of the sunset. We've been pretty busy. The interior paneling went up. The whole house is painted inside. The flooring in both lofts is up. We built the stairs.
They're built out of boxes, which we can use for storage.
And of course, they can't forget about their 4 little roommates.
So we have a cabinet here that ends, and then we're going to start the cat bridge and have it go across. And then they'll be able to go across the cabinet and see out the window. We're working on our bridge and then working on where we can put scratching posts and other little ledges.
Litter boxes?
I think we might be able to fit one underneath here.
Yeah?
And then we can put the other litter box underneath the stairs over there. Yeah.
Yeah, that should be good.
With Mom and Dad helping out, progress is moving right along.
Most of the houses you put up 20 amp breakers in. 20 amp breakers are going to be for the air conditioning and the refrigerator. Everything else is 15.
And soon, Trevor and Mary can test out the size of their loft space.
Oh, this is going to be fun getting this up in there.
Wait a minute.
There we go.
Okay,
I
touch.
feel like a giant turtle. It's still the wrong direction, but we'll get there.
Wrong direction.
Okay.
Good luck.
I was walking around the property yesterday and found a big pile of old barn wood from an old shed that we had and just wanted to put it to good use. So I am making a cool reclaimed wall for the top of the bedroom loft stairs. We've sanded them down and we've stained them, and I'm kind of making a little jigsaw puzzle here. All right, should we space it out enough? Perfect. Good to go. What do you think?
Looks nice.
Trevor's rustic find also yielded a matching sliding door for the bathroom.
So it needs a little fine tuning, but this is how it'll work, and I couldn't be happier. I think it looks great.
The kitchen appliances have arrived, and Mary is eager to start assembling their kitchen.
This is our new stove, right?
This is our
This
stove.
is the stove?
Yep.
When we started thinking about appliances, we thought about how much I cook. We're never out to eat. We're just making our own food. So having full-size appliances was really, really important to us. Look at this.
Look.
This is awesome.
Sweet.
It's going to be nice. No! I'm here. Planning the kitchen was really kind of a difficult task for us. So we needed these full-size appliances, but we wanted to have countertop space and have a good-sized kitchen.
But the hardest part will be cutting the countertop to size.
We have to miter the corners, and I don't know why I'm dreading it so much, but I just want it to be perfect.
Oh, we got a gap over here. Yeah, there's different heights for some reason. This is higher than this.
The track could be at the wrong height.
A little bit frustrated. It's off a bit, and it might be the cabinets, it might be our cut, but we've definitely got some fine-tuning to do to make it work. We got some work to do.
There you go.
Trevor and Mary are in the home stretch of building their tiny house. But they've run into a little snag in the kitchen.
Oh, we got a gap over here. Yeah, there's different heights for some reason. This is higher than this.
The track could be at the wrong height.
Definitely got some fine-tuning to do to make it work.
It takes a couple of hours, but Trevor and Gary are finally able to even up the counters by using shims and spacers. With a new day, Trevor and Mary have put in all the things that make this place their own. Now furnished, their dream home weighs almost 14,000 pounds. But they were able to stay pretty close to budget at $34,000, and they did it in less time than projected.
So it's been 22 weeks. We started in the brutal cold, and it's all the way to humid Ohio here.
Yep.
And we've been moving at such a fast pace. We barely even stopped to notice what is going on. And even just this morning, when everything was all clean and polished, and I looked around, I was like, wow, this is like nearly exactly what I visioned, and I couldn't stop smiling.
The 344 square foot tiny house features plenty of relaxing nooks, from 2 spacious lofts to a collapsible workstation.
I think my favorite thing about it right now is the kitchen. It's more room than I expected, and just having new appliances and everything. It's my favorite.
The siding turned out great. Just had this vision of how it was going to look on the outside, and the charred cedar siding, just to me, it's exactly what I dreamt of and what I had in my head. And I also really like the stairs, the reclaimed wood. I love it.
But most importantly, it's finally time to see what the cats think.
So I'm crossing my fingers that it goes well.
I'm crossing everything.
Hey, girl. What do you think? Oh, perfect. Hi, girls.
Come here.
Look at her running around. For the cats, we made a little rope bridge from the shelving units to the stairs. We also have a scratching post. We have a few beds placed around. We'll see where they'd like them.
And we even cut out one of the windowsills so it's a little bit wider at one section so they can jump up and hang out the window. It's pretty cool.
What's over this, huh? Go on. Oh, good girl. Yay!
I thought she would be the first.
You thought so?
Yeah, I really thought so.
While the cats get used to their new surroundings, there's one more feature Trevor wants to show Mary.
I made a hidden storage compartment.
We did?
Did you see it? So, there's storage in here. I have something
what is
special for you.
Oh my god.
I was hoping that after all this, you would marry me.
Yes. Oh my god. Oh,
She said yes! You love it?
I love you too.